Real quick, we've got an AMA question from Kez. How safe does Japan feel when visiting? And
I'm assuming,
maybe you're interested in this as well.
Sure.
It feels very safe.
It's like incredibly safe because if you can think about, well, our police force obviously has a lot going on right now, but their police there seem like the most docile and calm and welcoming
They
people.
essentially have two police forces. They have the police force that sits in the Koban that has an unloaded gun with the ammo in their pocket. Just in case there is a robbery, they can, respond to it. But they, when you're going up and talking to the average police officer, the beat cop, I guess we would call it, but they sit in a little police box.
Yeah,
they are there just to help. They are there if you lost your wallet. They are there if you lost your phone. They're there to give you directions to a place.
It's so true.
They will recommend things for you. They're just, their entire job is to help people. That's what their entire
and maybe
role.
Resolve problems if they come up.
Resolve small disputes, I'm sure. And then they have the actual task force where it's we're getting called in, there's a robbery, there's drugs, there's whatever the event may be. They have the task force that shows up who is specifically trained for that event. It's sort of like how we have SWAT teams in America. We have this team that's designed to respond to a high level threat environment. And then our other force is supposed to be more of the just everyday, maintenance of the law.
Supposed to is a good word.
Yeah. But even that gets more and more redefined.
But even besides the police force, Japan is so safe.
People are so safe.
I mean,
we get more
stuff.
people that go out of their way to walk us across the city to go to places that we want to be.
It's so nice.
Well, you'll love this
nice.
one. And we may have told you before, but we were on our way to the Studio Ghibli Museum.
Yes.
And we were I was looking at the map and I was like, okay, it's over here. We're over here at the bus stop. If we cut through this park, we'll make it. But at the time, what we were still learning is that when you look at a map in Japan, you need to pretend that every block is a mile. Because you're like, oh, this park's only 2 blocks wide. I'll make it.
We can walk
it's
2 blocks.
A 4-mile walk by the time we're done with it. And
they're not consistent.
We get halfway through and we're I don't know which way's up right now.
Exhausted,
and this little tiny Obasan, this little Japanese grandma comes over and she's like, she's like, where you go? And we're like, Ghibli Museum. And she was like, oh, kochi, waved us on and walked us to the Studio Ghibli Museum. We see amazing. Totoro there at the ticket booth to take our tickets, and we turn around to say thanks, and she's gone. She's straight up gone. We got spirited away to the Ghibli Museum by Tokyo Obasan.
I think they hired out a lady just to get people to the museum,
just to wander through the park to bring people in.
Don't you want to go to poor foreigner? You want to go to the museum, don't you? Of course, that's why you're here.
Well, and even follow up to that as far as safety goes. When we were driving last time, there are these little rest stops, and so you just pull off on the side of the freeway, and you can sit and you can eat, and there's a little info area, you get gas, all that kind of stuff. And we were resting there, eating a little lunch, and then we got in the car and started driving. And Katey was like, I don't have my wallet.
I'm so
I don't have
mortified.
my purse. I don't have anything.
There.
She starts freaking out. She's crying. It was awful.
It
was awful. And I'm like, calm down. We're in Japan. We're in Japan. It's okay. And she's like, no, it's going to be gone. And we literally were 45 minutes away, which meant we had to drive another 45 minutes to reach the next exit that would let us do a U-turn to go the other way. So it took us an hour and a half. So this thing was sitting there for 3 hours practically. And we walk in and she walks up and they're like, here you go. It was just there. Someone had turned it in. Someone saw her purse and everything sitting there, turned it into the info center, and the info center was like, here you go.
I left it on a chair.
And we're talking a virtually abandoned side of the road gas station, essentially. There were tons of people there, though.
Literally anybody could have picked it up and just that's mine. But there was tons of people there. But that's mine.
But yeah, so it's an extremely safe place, and the culture is designed to be safe, as well as the police force that is there to help out is also designed to be safe.
Yeah, they're very social-minded.
Unless you're getting the cops called on you and that task force shows up and you're not Japanese, then it's not as safe. They have like a 99% conviction rate. So like if they said you did something, doesn't matter if you did or not, and you're probably going to get convicted of doing that thing. So
there's a lot of discrimination
only becomes
for white people there.
Unsafe in the point where you get somebody called on you, but that doesn't happen very often.
But as far as like, stolen goods and I don't know, everything else, it's safe. Go. Let's live there.
Yeah.
Can we know? Can we just live there?
we can reside there sometimes,
cool.
But I don't have a 4-year degree.
That's right. I don't have a 4-year degree either. I'm too dumb to live in Japan.